Have you ever wondered what it's actually like to work in porn or make money on OnlyFans? Not the stereotypes, but the real story. I'm joined today by my friend, an award-winning porn performer and creator, and we're diving into what the industry really looks like from the inside. Welcome, Evie Reese, to The Rules Were Never Real.
So excited.
So normally I say, what's your name, what are your pronouns? But I've just done half of that for you.
Indeed. Well, Evie Reese and she, her.
And are you typical in the brain? Or are you spicy?
I feel like that laugh just answered it right. I'm like, no. I wish sometimes I was a little bit typical in the brain, but no. Diagnosed with ADHD and suspecting of some other things also, as well as just, being a bit of a chaos gremlin in the brain department.
This is why Boromir likes you so much. Yeah. More and more lately, I refer to Boromir the cat as Chaos Gremlin. And I got a voice note from Evie yesterday that I was playing as I get on the couch, play the voice note. He runs over, says meow because he recognized your voice. Chaos Gremlin to Chaos Gremlin.
So you were like, oh no, if he breaks your phone cable, I'm like, let him do it.
Anything for a soul, like Chaos Gremlin. Okay, well, yeah, you'll get to get annoyed. Not annoyed. He's not annoying. No,
to me,
no.
Anyway.
He's not annoying.
Because I get to leave at the end of the day.
That's true. That's
deal
true.
with him all the time.
Yeah. But no, he's great, and I love both of the cats that I live with. No, I do. They're great.
we do.
Okay, how did we meet?
Oh my gosh, we met on set.
Of what?
One of my, on Joy Bear set, which was very cute, which was pornography. And we were mutuals online already for years, but just hadn't got around to sorting anything out. So the stars just aligned when Joy Bear booked us both together, and it was very entertaining with how overly cautious and lovely you were being, with it being a kink scene, bear in mind. And I hadn't really... I'd done a few, but not loads publicly. So yeah, very, very reassuring. Checking
maybe
that I was okay.
Maybe, just maybe, I was like starstruck or something. Like, she's a big deal.
No. It was so cute.
And yeah, then I came to your house.
Yes.
And then we did more things.
Oh my god,
and some stuff.
Some stuff and things.
And here you are.
Here I am.
Part of my life for
How long?
4 years now.
Oh my gosh.
I think.
Which is wild. Yeah. I'm so sweaty.
Boop. You have a cold drink. You have a cold drink. Utilize it.
My yummy is watermelon as well. Put so much effort in. I appreciate you.
So thank you so much for joining us. And Evie is here to tell us about the fact that you do some awesome stuff online. Well, what'd you do?
I do a lot of weird, nerdy shit, but obviously in the realm of being sexy also. Well, trying to be sexy also. Most of the time.
You don't need to try. Comes naturally.
Says you.
So tell us a little bit about what you do.
So I've been in the adult industry for... It's crazy. When I was at XBiz last week, I had to tot it up for my little round table and do a coming up to 12 years.
That's
which
amazing.
Is wild, because I still, when you have it in your head that you still feel like 25. It's just like...
I mean, I feel like we're forever 18, to be fair.
We are.
Actually, no, maybe 25 is a good one. 25 is good because that's when your brain is fully developed.
Exactly, yes, okay. Exactly. I just stopped at 25, but that's all good. But yeah, so it's wild to say 12 years now, and I've pretty much done everything, including a decent amount of mainstream. But yeah, I'd say my predominant focus is on making my own content that is weird and nerdy.
I think one of the first things that I came across was SpongeBob porn.
Me dressed as Patrick Star, obviously, 'cause it's pink. So fully nude, just in the shorts.
It's
and
so good.
Painted pink.
If you've never seen Evie's content, you have to. I think, yeah, everyone has to. I remember commenting on your posts saying, "You're my favorite creator."
I was like, who's this hottie? Oh, okay.
And that still stands. You are my favorite creator.
Yeah, thank you. Aw, blushing.
Are you?
You can't tell the layers of makeup.
It's just all always pink. All of you. So tell us about. I always do the so. I was thinking today, like, oh, do I have a word that is just there all the time when I'm recording?
I feel like I say too much in sentences.
Okay.
I try consciously not to do that, but we'll see. We'll watch this back and be like, you're saying so every other word, and I'm saying like every other word.
Amazing.
So like,
maybe we should count them.
Should we do a tally at the end?
That's it. Could you tell us why you got into sex industry?
Oh, my origin story, as you know, is reasonably, I would say, boring, but also a lot of people find it interesting that I just knew that I wanted to do it anyway. So I knew before I turned 18. I mean, I had watched things and I was like, that seems like something I would want to do.
Cartoons, right?
Yes, of course. Yeah. I like acting. I like being on camera. I like performing, and it was just all kind of tied neatly into a bow with me being a bit of a sexual exhibitionist as well. So it kind of just worked. And the dressing up when it comes to cosplay and stuff, it just all fit. So I just always knew, based on who I was as a person growing up, that it just seemed like the right career path. So like so many people, decide to go to uni to study something specifically for their job, but then it's weird for me to say I knew when I was 18. Like so many other people know. People who do engineering are like, yeah, I knew I wanted to be an engineer. It just fits my lifestyle. I'm like, same.
How often do you think people say that because it feels like, oh yeah, it'll just help the origin story to say, oh yeah, I always knew. Like, is it expected from, like, for example, people that do engineering and then maybe deep down they've always wanted to do sex work?
Always
they're like, yeah, I've always known.
Like, just tightening this nut on this thing. Wish I could have another
nut.
Kind of nut.
So the first time we recorded something that wasn't porn, there was like an hour and a half of hilarious outtakes. So we're going to try to keep this as concise as possible.
Rolling straight on forward. Less about the nuts. What were we talking about? Yeah.
Wait, why are we here? Origins. Oh. Yeah. That. Nuts. So what is the most, every time, okay, what is the most common question that people ask you when they find out what you do?
Oh, how much money I make, probably, or why I do it. I think the people who are comfortable with the idea of sex work, usually they are just intrigued how much I make and what exactly I do. People who aren't comfy with the idea of sex work, their first question is always why, and what do your parents think about that, and all of those kinds of questions. So,
what do your parents think about that?
They are fine with it. Also annoyingly boring. I wrote them a letter when I was 19, and I knew I'd already started doing webcamming and modeling bits here and there, and just wrote them a letter and was basically like, this is what I want to do. I know that it's what I want to do. I've thought it through. I'm safe. I'm happy. And yeah, like they had some hesitations just in making sure that I was safe because they just didn't understand that world.
I mean, were they just being parents?
Exactly. My mum especially, she's very overbearing in the best possible way. So the fact that she was and still is chill about it, amazing.
To be fair, your mum sounds amazing and your parents sound amazing, so yeah.
The fact that you still haven't met them is actually crazy, because I was talking to them about that the other day, that it's weird that you haven't. I need to, yeah. On my birthday you might.
Ooh,
January,
yes.
My 30th.
That's exciting.
Very.
Oh, we'll talk about that later.
Yes. Me being older. I was gonna say old, but I'm still a baby, so it's fine.
You are a baby. You're forever the baby.
Yes, true. Yes.
Daddy, mummy, baby.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
Yeah, that's it. What questions would you like people to ask you when they find out that you're a sex worker?
Oh, Ooh. I would like to be asked more about the people who I work with, because that is my favorite part about what I do and about the industry as a whole. And I think the fact that not a lot of people know that there is such a strong community in it is something that I want to talk about more, and I always push to. And even in XBiz, they kind of gave me my own free reign for my little round table. So even though it was titled a certain thing, the entire time I was just like, and then make friends, and then just stay in touch with people, and then they can help you, and then you can help them, and then blah, blah, blah. So yeah, that, I think, because that's way more of a big deal. And also crucial to your success a lot of the time than people think.
And it's just building a community as well, isn't it? And community is important, whether it's work or just personal life. So yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I love that. I love that. That is such a good answer.
Thanks.
How was XBiz? And could you tell people what XBiz is? Have you recovered from XBiz as well?
Just. Oh my gosh. I lost my voice for a solid 4 days, but that was because of karaoke on the last night, not because of XBiz. So
I love that. What did you sing? Sorry, before.
Slim Shady. Also, WAP with Summer Fox, who is lovely. She knows all of the songs that I know, so it was an excellent combination on that evening. See, community. That was my favorite night of XBiz, and that was nothing to do with XBiz. But no, it was good. It's usual. I go because of the people. That's the only reason. And I got to meet people who I've been online mutuals with for a while, who I hadn't met, and that was just beautiful and magical, and like made my whole week. The actual awards were kind of badly organized this year. They didn't announce a few of the categories that were very big categories, so it was people's first time being nommed. You know, they've flown out there.
Shit.
And they didn't even get to go up on stage. They didn't even get their name on the screen. It was like, that was...
Because it was in Amsterdam, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And so many people actually travelled. There's someone that I collabed with last year. She ended up going again this year. She came from Canada, and there's loads of people from America as well. And if you don't promote it fully, that's pretty bad.
Yeah, especially when that's the intent. And it's like, yeah, one of my friends, Spoopy Beans, won, and she didn't know. We were all stood outside after the awards, and we're like, did you win? And she's like, I have no idea.
Shit.
So it was, the actual organization on the tail end was a bit of a shit show this year, but I feel like it's new venue as well, so maybe that made it.
Okay.
I don't know. But in general, same as usual, which is if you go for the people and you don't go for the event itself is kind of the people, because you go for the panels and stuff, but if you're going for the people on the panels, not for the panels themselves, if that makes sense, so you're going for the community, it's beautiful. If you're going for purely just trying to do business and purely just for the awards, it could be better.
How would you describe XBiz as an event?
I'd say...
This is not a promo for XBiz, by the way. It seems to...
As you can tell by me being like the awards. But this is the thing. I love XBiz to the point where I'm like, one of my bucket list dreams is to host XBiz someday. Or host an awards show. I feel like I'd eat that shit up. And
absolutely.
I would really
you would be so
enjoy
good at it.
And it's like, I would just love the opportunity to do that. But no, XBiz is a very kind of networking and information focused thing where everybody meets up, and it's a 3-day event where you have 2 days of panels, and this time round tables as well, which I got to do one of, which was very cute. But yeah, where you basically go to learn more about the industry and about what other people are doing or not doing, and even like changes in laws and stuff is really good. The first year that I went, I sat in so many legal panels because I just didn't know what was going on.
And isn't it wild that it's just changing all the time?
All the time, yeah.
But yeah, we're not. It always touches on politics.
I know.
Everything is political.
Yeah.
But
Sex
I guess
work is
especially when
inherently
it comes to sex work, for sure.
Yeah,
we're not gonna. That's gonna be a very, very long conversation.
I was like, we already ran to nearly an hour the first time we tried to do this.
That's true. By the way, this is take 2 because the first time we filmed in the building, but it was in the communal area where there is a pool table, and we filmed for an hour, and it was great. And then someone came and played pool halfway through, which we could not remove. Yeah.
He was clacking them balls. It
Mm,
was loud.
it was very loud. But now all the episodes are here, so
Perfect.
yeah. Your parents know.
Mm-hmm.
You love the community side of things. Would you... So as far as your friendship group goes, how many friends are actually sex workers?
Oh my gosh, I would say it has changed so much over just the past 2-3 years, and a lot to do with you also, because a lot of your friends are my friends now, and I have way cooler friends because of you, like genuinely do. But yeah, it's me.
I'm sorry, I'm not like looking for any more right now. I'm oversaturated.
There's a lot. That's why I'll take some off your hands. I'll just take they're all amazing.
And most of my friends want to date you.
But vice versa, they're all hot. Like, let's be honest. Oh yeah, I don't understand how all your friends are that hot and that cool at the same time, and you gathered them all. It's very impressive.
Oh no, it's a process, and it's a very lengthy one at that, and I take applications. No, they just find me. I feel like the whole point of this podcast and the whole point of what I do is community and connecting people, and it's kind of ridiculous. I had an event the other day, and someone was coming from Scarborough who I've known for 22 years, and someone was coming from Newcastle who I've known for a couple of months, and it turned out that they knew each other.
Small world.
And yeah, I guess the universe is just like, do you know what? These are amazing people. I'm just going to give them to you. And yeah, and I share them. So yeah.
Exactly. And thank you for that. It's like I was going to say, it's like the building gifting you things. The universe gifts you friends in the same way. Speaking of
gifts.
Building.
Dum, dum, dum.
But also, this was from the building. Can we just say?
Oh,
apparently
I need to explain this. I live in a building, and whenever people move out, they're like, oh, there's a bunch of stuff on so-and-so floor if there's anything that you want. And I love the upcycling side of things because, people just get stuff. And whenever I find pink things, I'm like, oh, I know just the person. So the building has provided a dress for Evie. But speaking of providing things for you... Here comes the box.
Magical box. Oh my God, you got me Christian Louboutin.
Oh, well, you know. I am not that rich. So a box has been handed to Evie that does say Christian Louboutin Paris, but inside is not a pair of shoes. It's just the box that I had to give you a gift in. So please do open it.
Sorry. I mean, wow.
I am so glad that you moved away from the mic and not actually screamed into the mic.
My Melody. My Melanie, ladies and gentlemen. Well, her name's My Melody, but I call her Melanie. I don't know why.
So for those who are listening, do you want to describe what's in your hand?
Oops. She's got lipstick on her face. So, in the Sanrio universe, in which Hello Kitty is from, there are many other characters. And on that note, fuck Hello Kitty, don't like her. My Melody, however, is the best one. And Cinnamoroll.
Assistant.
Oh.
My cup, please.
What? Is there a... Wait, do you have a Cinnamoroll? Fuck off. Make them kiss. Stop. Oh, God.
Okay, wait. I need to...
I'll put the straw in.
Put the straw away. So we now have matching sippy cups.
Stop, that's so cute. You make me cry. I've collecting even more My Melody stuff recently as well, so this is perfect. Hell yeah. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Okay, I feel like we can go on forever.
Yeah.
But let's share some important information. So you do OnlyFans, you do pro porn, what else do you do?
clip sites, I do safe for work, normal modeling, I do normal modeling, I do events, I do Comic Cons, I do cosplay, I do, yes, that's, yeah.
So if people wanted to get into content creation, especially adult content creation, give us some advice. What would you say is important information to know and things to consider?
I would say think about it a lot first without any external opinions, and just really think about what it means to you to have that content on the internet forever, because it will most likely be on the internet forever. So it is not a decision to be taken lightly, but at the same time, for someone like me who generally being seen naked on the internet isn't a big deal, I like it. That's fine. My booty hole is everywhere. Then that's not really a, you know, because that's what I want. I wasn't doing it for, well, I am doing it for the money also, but to just really consider what you're going into it for, because if you're going into sex work purely for the money and you don't start to make that straight away, then, you know, you are potentially taking on something that's not good for you and not good for the longevity of what you actually want to do for a career, if that's not something you want. So you do really need to think about it, minus the money. Think, if you're going to wake up tomorrow and you want to do content creation, if you were making the same as a 9-to-5 minimum wage job, would you still want to do it? If the answer is yes, then great. If the answer is fuck no, then maybe you think about it a little bit more.
I think that is an important thing for people to consider, because generally the assumption of you become a sex worker and you become a millionaire, because there's a handful of people who are very well off, but they probably dedicated ridiculous amount of time to their craft, because it is something that you do have to work on. And yeah, that's not how it works. You don't open an OnlyFans and then the next day you're like, ka-ching.
And a lot of people do think that. You'll see so many tweets where people are like, oh, and I just have too much, you know, my morals are too high for me to do OF, which is a shame because I'm so poor. I'm like, you'd still be fucking poor, babe. You'd still be poor. You'd just have your pussy on the internet. That's the only difference. If you're not happy with your pussy on the internet, don't put it there. Don't put your pussy anywhere you don't want it to be.
Would you say that, like, speaking to your parents in advance is a good thing? So that they know that your pussy's on the internet.
Yeah. I was going to say, in my case, yes, but I am very aggressively aware of the privilege that I have of my parents being as okay as they are. And I know that there are some people whose parents are not even okay with their gender identity and sexual inclinations, let alone doing fucking porn. So, like, it's a safety thing first. Like, I wouldn't encourage anyone who still has to rely on their family to, I'm never going to preach, you have to tell everyone in case because it's so nuanced, you know? So I think if it works for you, and if you're in a position to be like, I just want them to know because this is what I'm going to do, then yeah, absolutely. But take that with a pinch of salt, I think. For sure.
What has been the most interesting thing that you discovered is part of your job that you didn't think about when you first got into sex work?
Ooh, I think the editing side of things I always expected and kind of looked forward to. The sheer amount of admin outside of editing was not expected at all, because you know, there's just certain things like you can be amazing at making custom videos and make the best video that person's ever seen, but if you don't reply to them for like 3 months, they're not going to order another one from you, regardless of how good the first one was. So having to upkeep the relationships you have with customers and fans, as well as keeping on top of all of your socials, is a lot. Yeah, it's the admin. Definitely the admin.
So if we're talking percentages, what percentage is filming? What percentage is marketing? What percentage is communicating with subscribers and stuff? And what else is an important thing to consider? What percentage is recovery? So so if your job is the 100%, how would you spread that?
I think, you know what? That's
how do you spread that?
Let me show you. I told you I was going commando in this dress.
Okay. This is a safe for work video. YouTube doesn't
Commando
allow.
is in the army. Yeah.
Yeah.
Love the war. No. Please, no. Anyway, not getting it into it.
No.
The percentages, yes.
Yes.
So, I would say I'm still struggling with fitting in a percentage into that 100% that is for relaxation. I am still currently at the point where, because of having ADHD, it kind of works in a way that I have to work as hard as I can when my brain is ready to, and then burn out and don't do anything the other half of the time, which is, it's not great, but I feel like that is definitely a more, like a personal thing that I need to get a hold of more than a work thing, even though it does still affect work.
I guess it's harder with ADHD, but ultimately everyone needs to do balance, and balance is the hardest thing. The whole point in life to get through it in a positive way, where, you know, you live it as long as possible, is to try to balance things.
It's very hard.
So yeah, rest is tough.
Yeah, but out of the 100%, I would say a surprising lack of it is fucking on camera and doing all that, like 5%, less than 10% for definite. And then editing maybe 20%, and then the rest fully admin. Because even being on a mainstream set, right, people are like, that's amazing, you get paid so much money for one scene. And I'm like, but that does not involve the weeks in advance of planning all the traveling, getting all my tests done, traveling to getting my tests done, going back and forth with the producer and my co-stars and everything. It's like one day could be weeks worth of admin work, even if you only see that one day, regardless of what section of the industry you're in, it seems. So
Can we quickly touch on testing?
yes.
I feel like there's a lot of people that will often think, oh yeah, you know, you have sex with so many people and you must be
riddled.
Exactly. And I found that when I did OnlyFans, everyone is tested every single month. And it's not even just your standard tests that you get on NHS. It's extra tests for things that NHS doesn't even test you for. So if anything, probably have sex with sex workers, right? It's safer.
And the thing is as well, I feel like for depending on where you live, but even now, even if you get your Dean Street certs or whatever, you still have to pay to get the extra ones elsewhere, like MGen and Trick and all that.
What's Dean Street?
Dean Street is where you can get tested for free in London if you are a sex worker or not a sex worker. Just generally if you need free
They're amazing.
STI certs, amazing. But in terms of me not living in London, and also now the fact that their base certs don't cover what we need for the industry, it's like last week I had to pay £430 to get all of my tests done, just because it was like either I spent an entire day and expensive trains doing London back and forth, and
plus
then still have
additional
to pay for
postage
test kits
tests
that are going to take 3 weeks. And so yeah, and if anything, because you have to go through so much effort to get it bang on, I don't feel like anyone's going to be like risking the validity of their certs either. So like, you're paying that much money for certs. I am not doing anything with anyone who is not certed to that level, because I've paid that much fucking money to get my certs. So even then it's like we're safer than the general population, even if they are getting tested for free. So
it is interesting though. So if you are on dating sites or whatever, and I guess sadly not all the time people are out and proud that they're sex workers, but if you do come across someone who says that they are a sex worker, they're probably really, really safe bet when it comes to your health.
And even just if you want to date them straight away, you don't have to do that, hey, do you mind getting certed? And then you have to wait. They could already be certed.
Exactly.
Hell yeah.
And they probably are. I mean, I used to get tested every single month.
Yeah.
Because I've come across people, they're like, oh yeah, I've recently been tested 4 months ago. And I'm like,
recently? I'm doing every 2 weeks at the moment, just in case.
Wow.
Because I've kind of put my availability out for the next 3 months. So I'm like, if anyone like Brazzers or anything gets in touch with me, they need to be 2 weeks. So yeah, I'm paying effectively 900, more than that, nearly £1,000 a month, just to be tested every month for the next 3 months, to have it within that 2 week window. And that is a bit extreme, because I am choosing to get it done privately local to me, so it's not the case for everybody, but still it is. It's a lot.
It is.
Yeah.
Considering the testing, because obviously with some companies they will pay you extra for you to be tested.
Yeah.
what works out better if someone was choosing between OnlyFans or doing pro shoots? Which would you say for them, or is it best to just do both?
It's very dependent on who you are as a person, because I have seen over the past few years, and this is not anyone specifically, but quite a few OnlyFans girls who've started doing OnlyFans as their predominant form of sex work, as in they've only had Instagram, they've only done social work, or maybe shot solo work and only shot with their boyfriend on OnlyFans. And then they get booked by mainstream, and then the mainstream company realizes they can't perform on set because they can't take dick on cue. They're not used to having to do that. It's like,
because they are used to their partner.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And just knowing how to perform on set if you're used to filming all of your own content, because some people could just be doing like selfie topless stuff on OnlyFans and then dive into doing mainstream and just panic. And I'm like, I wouldn't want to encourage one over the other, but I feel like OnlyFans, you definitely have more agency and control over your work and who you shoot with as well. So mainstream is, I like mainstream, and I wish I got booked for mainstream more, and I know that I don't because I'm too pink and I won't give that up. So it's kind of counterproductive. I'm being a bit hypocritical. I'm like, I want more mainstream work, but fuck dyeing my hair blonde.
I guess we met working for an alternative porn company, and it would be great if there were more of them, because mainstream is, well, mainstream.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was fun, and I did really enjoy it.
Yeah, and all of JioSaavn and Ersties as well. It's like such a shame that they are not hiring more, and I almost want to do some kind of like mass promo thing where we're all like, can everybody get JioSaavn and Ersties more money so that they can start hiring us more, because we love them.
So when I worked for JioSaavn, this is actually quite funny. I had a birthday, and there was 22 people at my birthday, and there was a WhatsApp group, and one of the people that came to my birthday posted in the WhatsApp group in December saying, oh, by the way, you know, if you're not sure what to get someone for Christmas, and you know it's a partner or a friend or whatever, get them a subscription for JioSaavn, and you know you can watch Victoria.
Hell yeah.
And I was like, that is awesome.
You're right.
This is like my friends promoting my porn.
So cute. I love
as
it.
Christmas gifts.
Yeah.
So yeah. That's what friends are for, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, I think I need to feed you.
Hell yeah. Yes, please.
You have travelled from
South
afar.
Wales. Yeah. Long ass way away.
To the rainy Manchester, and it's so nice to have you here.
Thank you.
And yeah, really appreciate you sharing all the information. And do you want to point people the right way to do some plugging?
Plug that shit, girl. That's a quote from one of my dad's songs, by the way. I'm just saying, not to be plugging my dad's music, but he has voiceovers of me going, plug that shit, girl, in his music.
I love that.
So you can find me on Instagram currently under Evie Reese IG. Who knows how long that will be for? It is my third account. And Twitter, you can find me at Jiggle Your Puffs. Or you can just generally Google Evie Reese porn, and you'll probably find my link tree. You'll find everything there. It's quite easy. I
highly recommend it. It's really fucking great.
Thank you. It's fucking great.
It's really great fucking.
Yeah, that too.
Okay, let's go feed you.
Okay. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you so much for sticking around until the end. If you watched on YouTube, make sure to subscribe, like, and hit the little bell. And if you were listening, it helps a lot if you leave a review. We are not sponsored. If you want to throw some love my way, there is always Patreon and PayPal. New episodes are out every Saturday. And if you want to come say hi, we're on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And please remember, the rules were never real.